Kevin Roos's Futureproof serves as a compelling and compassionate guide for navigating a world where artificial intelligence and automation are reshaping how we live, work, and relate to each other. As a seasoned technology journalist for the New York Times, Roos brings deep insight and accessible storytelling to a topic that often feels overwhelming or abstract. Rather than stoking fear, his goal is to help readers build a toolkit for staying valuable and human in an age increasingly dominated by machines. At the core of Roos's argument is a simple but powerful idea: while machines are becoming more capable, they still cannot replicate the full depth of human experience. Roos cautions against trying to compete with machines at their strengths, such as speed, scale, and efficiency, and instead urges readers to focus on developing uniquely human qualities. These include empathy, creativity, critical thinking, and ethical reasoning, traits that machines can't authentically mimic. One of the most engaging themes in the book is Roos's notion of machine drift, a subtle but pervasive tendency for people to begin imitating machines in their quest for productivity and optimization. He warns that this drift devalues the richness of the human condition, encouraging people to behave like robots in their own lives and work. The antidote, he says, is to lean into what makes us different from machines: our emotional complexity, spontaneity, and capacity for care. Roos highlights that the greatest risk of the AI age is not just job loss or economic upheaval, it's the gradual erosion of our humanity. In a world increasingly built around algorithms, people risk losing sight of their core values and becoming overly reliant on systems they don't fully understand. This growing dependence on automation, while convenient, can reduce our ability to think critically and act independently. A major strength of Futureproof is its grounding in real-world stories. Roos shares examples of workers whose jobs were disrupted by automation, but also those who successfully adapted by reimagining their roles or pursuing new paths. These stories illuminate a central truth of the book: while technological change is inevitable, our response to it is not. We can choose to adapt with intention and agency. Education is a key concern in the book, particularly how traditional schooling often fails to prepare students for an AI-augmented future. Roos argues for a radical rethinking of curricula to emphasize not rote memorization but adaptability, collaboration, and ethical reflection. In a future where facts are instantly accessible, what matters most is how we interpret and apply them. Roos also tackles the idea of meaningful work, proposing that future-proof careers will be those that leave a human handprint, a mark of authenticity, care, and originality that cannot be mass-produced by machines. He encourages readers to think less about what machines can do, and more about what they can't. The most resilient jobs and roles will be those grounded in emotional labor, storytelling, personal connection, and unpredictability. The book includes a deep dive into the role of creativity, which Roos sees as one of the last strongholds of human uniqueness. While AI can generate art, music, and writing, Roos points out that it lacks the emotional texture and context that comes from lived experience. He believes the future belongs to creators who bring intentionality and depth to their work, those who use machines as tools, not crutches. Empathy emerges as another crucial theme. Roos argues that in a time of polarization and algorithm-driven communication, the ability to truly understand and relate to others is becoming a superpower. He emphasizes the importance of leaders, educators, and creators who can foster trust and emotional safety, things no AI can provide. On the topic of digital attention, Roos critiques the way our devices and platforms are designed to hijack focus and manipulate behavior. He encourages readers to reclaim their time and consciousness through intentional tech use, advocating for practices like digital Sabbaths, deep work routines, and tech boundaries. This isn't just about productivity, it's about protecting what makes us human, our capacity for introspection, wonder, and stillness. Roos doesn't shy away from difficult ethical questions, especially those surrounding the future of surveillance, algorithmic bias, and data privacy. He urges readers to become more informed about the ways AI is being deployed and to advocate for transparent, accountable systems. Passive acceptance, he warns, only increases the risk that these technologies will be used in harmful or exploitative ways. A particularly moving part of the book discusses how technology can never truly replicate the depth of human relationships. Roos celebrates the irreplaceable value of love, friendship, and care, dimensions of life that no machine, no matter how intelligent, can authentically simulate. In a society increasingly built around efficiency, choosing to be present with others is a deeply radical act. Roos also touches on inequality and justice, acknowledging that the benefits of AI are unevenly distributed. While some people gain power and wealth from tech advancements, others are left behind. He calls for public policy and community-led efforts to ensure that technological progress serves the many, not just the few. AI should be a tool of liberation, not a new engine of division. The final chapters focus on building a life of purpose and resistance to the pull of conformity, automation, and numbing convenience. Roos believes that individuals have the power to design lives filled with curiosity, dignity, and wonder, even amid the noise of a machine-driven world. Rather than being fearful of AI, we should become intentional co-authors of the future. In conclusion, Futureproof is not just a technology book, it's a guide for staying awake and alive in a time when it's easy to drift into passivity. With warmth and clarity, Kevin Roos shows us that the best way to survive the age of AI is not by outcomputing the machines, but by outhumaning them. The future isn't just about intelligence, it's about integrity, imagination, and connection.